We're back and we're jumping into the terrifying world of property advice on TikTok. Now, there's no shortage of estate agents and property gurus out there offering advice on how you should sell your property, dishing out advice, hacks, and sometimes stuff that is just completely made up. In this video, we're going to look through these videos and see what is absolute gold and what is absolute, well, we'll see how we get on. Okay, so let's jump in. Wish me luck. I mean, I was slightly weirded out by the putting the key into the rice thing with some vinegar, but I thought, okay, maybe it's like a hygiene thing. Maybe they want to make sure that there's no germs now. Like, I kind of get it. Like, it's a thing. Writing the amount of money you want to sell your property for on a leaf and putting it in there. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, well, that gets us up and running, doesn't it? All the time that you've been out there giving your local homeowners advice on how to sell their property, you've gone tips and advice and declutter your property, and you just make sure your homes are going immaculate, pricing guide, you've got a drone, you've got video tours, you're doing open launch days. I'm sorry to say, guys, you've been wasting your time. You've been absolutely wasting your time. What you should have done is got a bowl of rice and some vinegar and a bay leaf, I think it was, and turn up at the front door and say, "Hi, I'm here to value your property. I've got a Sharpie. Please, can you just write your asking price on that bay leaf? I'm off to burn it." Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting way to start things off on today's video. I mean, surely it can only get better from here, you would hope. Oh, so this next one, even before I press play, this guy looks like a really sweet guy. So I'm going to feel really bad that this is a bad video. Please be good so I don't have to be a bad person. Please be good.
Welcome to Family Woodhouse, a superb 4-bedroom detached property set
Oh, I love him already. He seems like you just want to like get on the pub with him and like put your arm around him. What a nice guy. I love this guy already. Hope it's a good tour. Come on.
5 acres with stabling in the heart of the Woodson Valley.
I think we have discovered the Derek Zoolander of videographers. We can only turn right apparently. It's just that that's the one thing we've got in the game. It's just the right pan. That's all we've got. Well, let's go back to the beginning, shall we? Let's start with this.
Welcome to Family Woodhouse, a superb 4-bedroom detached property set in 5 acres with stabling in the heart of the Woodson Valley.
Who is going to buy this property? So you've got 5 acres of land. We've got equestrian facilities by the sound of it as well. So I don't think it'd be crazy to say that someone with a horse is going to buy this property. So we need to call that out really super early and be like, are you looking for an equestrian property in the Woodson Valley? Have I got the one for you? Let's have a look inside. So we're not dilly-dallying of, I've got a 4-bedroom detached house with 2 bathrooms and an ensuite. We're like, are you this? Looking for this? This can be perfect because it's got this, this, and this. Are you looking for a family-size equestrian property sat on 5 acres of land? Have I got the one for you? Let's have a look. So as you can see with that, we're really sharp and to the point about who this property is absolutely perfect for, and then tell them exactly why it's going to be right up their street. Whereas this initial bit is a little bit, hi, I'm here, this is what it is, it's a 4-bedroom, it's detached, let's have a look inside. And then it goes through the world's most one-directional video tour we possibly can do. Now, hopefully, towards the end of the video, there's going to be some sort of call to action here. So let's jump back in and see what we've got at the end. Okay, so 2 bits of feedback there. Number 1, the guy only ever turns to the right. So that's our video move, which is a bit boring in the grand scheme of things, let's be honest. And second thing, there is no call to action. So let's say, for example, I watched this video and I was like, oh my God, like I've been looking for a 5-acre home where I can have me, my family, my 2 horses. That is what I'm looking for. How on earth do I get in touch with you? There's not a phone number, there's not an email address, there's not a send us a message in our DMs. You need to break it down to really low granular details to say, this is the next step. If you love this place, give me a quick call, here's my number. If you love the inside of this property and want to see the rest of it, slide into our DMs with the word horse and our team will get in touch with you and book a viewing for you. So in that situation, all we've done is I just need to DM you the word horse over on TikTok and you'll get in touch with me. How good is that? How low bar of entry is that to view the property? This is making things as easy as you possibly can do for your client. Now, without being too rude here, you need to assume that everyone is an idiot. I mean, I know they're not, like, there's some very clever people out there, but we need to assume that everyone is an idiot. So we need to say, this is what you want to do next. We don't want them to work it out or find it on your website or go onto Rightmove and find out the postcode. We want to go, if you love this property, here's my phone number. If you want to see this home, send us a DM with the word horse on it. You're like, okay, we can do that. It's a really low barrier of entry. That should be your key metric for pretty much all your video tools. Hook with a real jazzy introduction, highlighting who the perfect person is for that property. Then we've got the meat of the sandwich, which is kind of showing off the property. And then finally, we've got the call to action. What do you want to do next? Well done for that man to doing it. Well done to him for standing in front of the camera and doing a video tour of that property. That is 90% of the trouble. There's a few tweaks and changes. Yes, the videographer can only turn right. Yes, we've got no call to action. And yes, we're not kind of putting the hook at the beginning part. But those things we can all change quite quickly. But the big part is that he's doing the video. So well done, that man. I love him a little bit. So off that one, let's see what we've got next, shall we? Okay, so just for anybody who didn't actually read that, the short story of that video was make sure you get all your keys back from your friends and family and make sure you give 2 sets of keys to the new homeowner. That was the gist of the message, which was in a very small corner. You might have missed it. So I think for me, if I was instructing an estate agent, I want someone who is reputable. I think I want someone who is knowledgeable. I want those knows their stuff. Yes, there is an element of personality with that. I don't want some robot to turn up my front door. I think there's some light-hearted stuff we can do, and I think that it's quite entertaining, get to know people. Do I want someone doing a dance on my social media that's going to sell my property? Not really, but each to their own. But for me personally speaking, I think probably the less dancing that estate agents do on their social media, potentially the better. And especially as I've been to many industry conferences over the years, and I've seen many estate agents dancing, and the bar is average at best, should we say. So maybe let's keep the dance moves to the dance floor. Okay, fingers crossed, no dancing in this one. Let's see what we've got.
Here are 3 things that estate agents lie to clients about. I don't do this, by the way. Feel free to share some of your experiences and comments as well. Let's get to it. First one. There are several other offers on the table, so you have to offer now. Otherwise, you might lose it. Now, in some cases, this can be true, but majority of the time, it is a load of bollocks.
Is it though? Is it? I would say that's a bit of a double-edged sword there, because you're saying someone, you can't tell them there's lots of other offers on the table, which is, I would imagine, the truth 9 times out of 10. And those agents that do make that up, stop doing that. But then if there is lots of offers on the table, you can't tell them there's offers on the table. So therefore, they're going to miss out because it's going to go someone else because there's lots of offers on the table. So you're a bit damned if you do, damned if you don't. You either tell them that there's offers on the table and they think, oh, this guy's just making it up. Or you don't tell them, it goes under offer, and you're that bloody estate agent who didn't tell them there's loads of offers on the table. I get what he's saying, but I don't subscribe to it.
Come on, it's to people that are looking to sell, and it's most likely used to try and get you to go from one agent to another. We've got people on our books that are really keen to come and have a look at it. Come on with us and we'll help you sell it. People can use Rightmove and Zoopla. They're not stupid. Those people that they're saying want to come and have a look at it will call the other agent to view it if they're really keen on it.
I think that buyers don't discriminate. And even though I know estate agents and I know estate agency fairly well, I would say, even if my most hated, disliked, I don't like that estate agent, if they had my dream home on the market, I would still phone them up and say, hey, can I view that property? A little bit awkward, but I would still make that phone call because I think I'm going to live there for the next 20 years. What's an awkward phone call in the grand scheme of things? So buyers don't really care who they buy through. They just want the property they actually want to go for. But I do think he raises a good point with regard to sort of the generalization, because if I went to an estate agent and said, I've got a 3-bedroom bungalow, do you have buyers for my property? I expect a New York second to pass before they go, yes, we do. And I think that's kind of a generic answer across the board. That would be far better in that situation, is to say to someone, actually, we've got Mrs. Taylor, who is looking for a property just like yours at the moment. She's rented around the corner at the moment. She's got 2 dogs and a cat. She's got 2 kids at local school, and she's looking for a property just like yours. I think to myself, okay, that's gone from we've got buyers looking in your area through to I've got this individual who has said they're looking for a property just like yours. Makes it so much more believable. And obviously, even if you have got buyers, or you've just got one buyer, or you've got multiple buyers, just that you've got the knowledge base to name an individual who's looking for property in that area goes such a long way. Yeah, I kind of get what he's saying, and like, you know, oh, we've got buyers. Yeah, everyone's going to say yes to that. But the way to kind of counteract that is actually say, no, we've got a buyer. Like we've got a buyer or a couple of buyers. Their name is Bob, Margaret, and Joe, and this is exactly what they're looking for and their situation at the moment.
The third one to buy is it's just cosmetic work. It's nothing major. Some cosmetic work could be worth 10 grand in renovations. You don't know. A lot of it is just fluff at the end of the day. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see some of your experiences in the comments. See ya.
Okay, I mean, I'm not quite sure about how strong tip number 3 is in the grand scheme of things. Cosmetic work comes in all shapes and sizes. £10,000 for some person for their property is absolutely nothing with regard to cosmetic work. For other people, it's an entire reshaping of their entire property. I think the agents are estate agents; they are not surveyors. So therefore, yeah, they might say it's cosmetic work in the grand scheme of things. But they're not going to turn around and go, it's exactly £10,000 for that, or that roof is okay, or that structurally okay, because that's not their job. Their job is to say, this is the property, clearly needs some cosmetic work because it's not been updated since 1972, but therefore you can put your own touch on it from there. With regard to how much that actually costs, that's kind of the buyer's problem. It's not the agent's problem because it's just what's going to happen with that property down the line. Okay, so let's do one more show, but let's jump into this.
I've got 21 seconds to track this rhyme in time. First of all, I'm gonna pick up the ladies looking slender and fine. Man, don't give me no dead.
Oh my god, look how big Hugo's got. It's so cute. I love your dress. Is that vintage?
Okay, can confirm 100% true, but not necessarily just London estate agent things, it's all over the country. I mean, this sort of thing I absolutely love. I mean, I think the dancing is too far, we talked about earlier, but I think things like showing behind the scenes, anything that's a little bit sort of self-deprecating and say, actually, this is what I'm like in reality, I absolutely love. In fact, she's rapping along to So Solid Crew and then being the consummate professional inside the property, I absolutely love. I love this sort of behind the scenes stuff. I'm really, really for it. So I think well done to this lady. I think she's hit a really good balance between being professional and also showing her personality as well. I think I'm absolutely all for this. Right, that is a wrap for today. I hope you enjoyed today's look into TikTok and the property advice on there. We'll be back to this in the future because I think there's so much more to look in this and I think we've barely scratched the surface. Hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll catch you on the next one.